Yep.
It's all set?
Good evening and welcome to the March 9th, 2026 meeting of the Town of Mendon Board of Assessors. In accordance with legislation passed under former Governor Baker and again under current Governor Healy, this is a hybrid meeting that is both in person and online, and this meeting is being recorded, or at least the public session of this meeting is being recorded. Present are, we'll do roll call. Chairman Rudden, aye.
O'Brien, aye.
Kersey, aye.
And also in attendance is Sherry Bates, our principal assessor. Okay, first item on the agenda is approve the minutes of the February 9th meeting. Have both of you read them?
Mr. Chairman, yes, we have, and I make a motion that we accept them as printed.
Kersey, second.
Okay, we need a roll call vote. Mr. O'Brien,
Aye.
Chief Kersey,
Aye.
and Chairman Rudden, aye. Next item on the agenda, approve the minutes of the February 9th executive session minutes.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion that we accept the minutes as printed with a question. Are they going to be released?
That is the second decision the board needs to make.
Oh, okay, all right. I make a motion that we accept the executive minutes as printed.
Second.
Okay, motion made by Mr. O'Brien, seconded by Chief Kersey. All in favor, roll call vote. Mr. O'Brien,
Aye.
Mr. Kersey,
Aye.
and the chairman makes that unanimous. Okay, gentlemen, do we wish to make these public or do we wish to keep them secretive?
Well, not secret, but unpublished.
Not yet public.
Yeah, because it's still an open matter,
Is there an open matter?
right? It's still an open matter.
Yeah. Is
Yes,
that an open matter?
the first item on that,
Yes.
on those minutes is
Right.
still an open matter.
The answer is,
We-
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion that we do not publicly release them. They're
At this
still-
time.
That's right.
Second.
Okay, motion made by Mr. O'Brien, second by Chief Kersey to not release the minutes at this time because there is an open pending matter on this. All in favor, Mr. O'Brien,
Aye.
Chief Kersey,
Aye.
and Chairman Rudden is aye. Okay, the next item was to review articles for the annual town meeting of May 12th, 2026. The assessor's articles are to raise and appropriate or transfer $18,000 for the cyclical inspection. That was one. Number two was to raise or transfer $25,000 for the update valuation account. And number three was to renew the means tested property tax exemption, which is in its third year and needs to be renewed. Does any member have any comments on these articles?
Well, I guess I do. I would like to, first we'll handle the first two and we'll talk about the third one. How's that?
Okay. Do you care to make a motion on the first two?
I make a motion that we go ahead with the first two articles for the warrant
Kersey, second.
that we just
Okay.
talked about.
Do a roll call vote. We're recommending or approving the articles for the annual town meeting. Mr. O'Brien,
Yes.
Chief Kersey,
Yes.
and the chair makes that unanimous. That leaves Article 3, which is renewing the means tested exemption. If the town does not do this, it expires.
Yes, understood. So now my question would be, is do we have a report on the status of what was it like during the last 3 years? And is there a, I don't know, did the amount of money that we exempted on that, did it have a value in relation to, hell if I know,
The
other,
tax rate.
well, yeah, okay, the tax rate or even other exemption programs that we have.
Sherry, do you have an idea how we've done over the 3 years?
The number of applicants has increased over the past 3 years for FY 26. I'm calling up the my worksheet. There it goes. I believe it was. Okay, we had 22 for FY 26. It was
22 people?
22 people.
Do you know the
People is-
numbers? Do you know the
For-
numbers? I'm sorry, go ahead.
For the amount of value.
I don't know if that matters anything. That's not gonna
Um,
get us anywhere. So 22 people applied, and then what was the total that we exempted them on? What was the average exemption? Do you know anything? Do we have, are they all the same?
No, they're all different.
Okay,
We did the 150%. And FY 26, we exempted $53,455.50.
Okay, do we know what 25 was?
25.
It was 150% all
Excuse me,
3
that was
years.
25.
Oh, that was 25?
Yeah, 26 was. Oh, that's not the right one. Dang nabbit. Okay, this should be it. Yep. FY 26. FY 26, we did the 150% and it was 66,030.
And how many people?
how many people?
That was 24 people for FY
Okay.
26. FY 24. Let me see, this is one that I did not do, so I don't know if I have the full amounts here.
I know I have it at home, but I'm not at home.
Okay, I do have it. There
Okay.
was, for FY 24, there were 17 applications for a total of 26,898.
Okay, so basically,
150?
there
That
were,
was
yeah,
at the 150. Yes,
so we
So,
went
okay,
from
in
17 people up to 24,
yep,
and we went from 26,898 to 66,030.
yes.
So
So
in
it's-
20,
It's
Six.
successful.
in 20, well, depends upon what, what defines successful. You want to give money away, that's easy to do every day.
Well, no, you had 24 people qualify for a town that size. I mean,
Yeah, I get it, I understand that, but.
I'm
you're
3
calling
times
it-
bigger and I only have 33.
Oh, my town's smaller and we give away 0.
Well, you don't have the law.
It's right, we don't. So let's go over it from statistically here. So $66,000 is what we gave away. And of that, there were 24 participants. So
Well, wait
that
a minute.
gave,
Wait, a minute. We didn't give it away. That was taxed to all
John,
the residents of the
Kevin,
town.
spare me a minute, okay? Let me blabble instead of you. So that
Okay.
came out to an average of $2,751 per homeowner or applicant. And then the year before, let's just do this math, 53,455 divided by 22 equals, that was $2,430.
That's about tracking with the exemption.
And then the next year was 26, 898 divided by 17. Ooh, that was a good one. Well, no, actually it was, so what's making these things go up?
The,
I
the,
mean-
the amount of money goes up every year.
The
What
state,
does?
the circuit breaker tax credit increases every year by the state.
Right, so last year, for
I'm
fiscal 26,
not
the
doing
highest
it.
amount was 2730. Now it's gonna be 28 something in 27.
So you're telling me that there's a scale with numbers on it?
No,
It's
it goes
not-
up every year and then people earn, they don't necessarily get 100% of it from the state. And then we match 150% of what they got from the state.
Okay, so you're telling me that under the senior circuit breaker, that's the origin of it.
Tax
Under the
credit,
senior
yeah,
circuit breaker, so that they theoretically could get up to $2,500 on that. And whatever they get, the town under this program gives them 150% of that
correct.
Mhm.
additional.
Yes, off their tax bill.
From us, right?
Correct. Um, yes, if they got 2,500, it would be 3,750 from us. So they're getting 3,750 from us plus the $2,500. Just don't forget
Yeah.
that. That is oodles and oodles of money.
Oh, well, wait a minute. The 2,500 they get is a credit off their state income tax.
Okay, they don't get a check.
No, they pay whatever amount they get lessens their state income tax. It's a tax credit on the state income tax.
And what happens if they don't pay income tax?
They get a
But they're-
check.
Because they're that poor.
Yes,
Then they get a check. Okay, all right.
Correct.
That's payment.
They're still getting it.
Okay, so again, that's oodles of money. So you have to meet an income guideline to get this, don't you?
correct.
Yeah.
Which is
What is
set
the
by
hi-
the state.
What is the highest income you can earn before you're not eligible?
It depends on whether you're single or married.
Okay, if I was single today and married tomorrow, what's the difference?
Hang on a minute.
All right, Cheryl's.
Do you have it, Sherry?
Sherry's looking
Yes.
for it too.
I'm going to look it up too, so.
You know.
Okay, so the income levels for tax filing year 2025. For a single individual who is not head of household, they can make, their income cannot exceed 75,000. For a head of household, the income cannot exceed 94,000. And for a married couple filing a joint return, income cannot exceed 112,000.
There's also a limit on the value of their house and land. And there is a limit on the amount of assets they can have. And they have to have lived in the town for 10 years. Minimum.
Oh, okay, and if they were, what is the asset limitation?
I believe it was 250,000 for fiscal 26.
Asset limitation?
Yes.
That's a lot of cash.
Not
Yeah.
including their house. A lot of
Right.
these people have pensions.
My pension ain't worth that much.
Neither's mine. I don't get one.
Plus, they also then take into consideration, what they, it's 10%. Where is it?
Of the water or sewer bill.
Yeah,
we don't
water
have.
and sewer,
Well, we don't
yeah,
have any, so.
It's nothing, it's nothing.
and then the, property tax payments.
Yes.
Okay,
So the idea behind it was that the 41C and the 17D don't really provide meaningful relief to seniors. So that's why this was created.
okay, 41 I concur with you on the 17D, because I'm probably in the, I can't really remember, less than $500 maybe? But
Isn't it
our
375?
Our 41, well, more like 365 comes to mind.
Right, and 41C is 500, you could raise it to 1,000.
Yeah, well, ours is at 1,000.
Right,
What are we at here, at 500?
No, we're at the 1,000 for the 41,
So,
and then the 17 D is it's 175 under state law is the exemption amount. And then
175, isn't there an escalator on it?
Yeah.
we do the COLA on it.
Yeah, cool.
So right now it's at 281 and change for FY 26.
right. So the original idea when the first 5 towns created these was to give seniors more relief as values started escalating during COVID. And I might point out that the Senate has approved, and the House is due to vote any day on the version of the law that would allow towns to just adopt it at town meeting, as opposed to doing what we did and have to propose special legislation. So this has become so popular statewide.
Yeah, because there's about 18 towns now. So it's less work on their part.
Right, if that's voted by the House, basically all you have to do is vote to approve it at the town meeting and you got it.
Hmm.
And it's the same criteria, same wording, but in any event, the question is, do we want to keep doing this for another 3 years? And since I hear there's a sizable school operational override coming this spring, I personally am in favor of extending this thing for another 3 years to help the
When are we ever
seniors.
gonna get the school committee to understand that they can't go above 2.5?
They don't care. Let's not get on that one right now. The question before us is, do
Yeah, I
we
know
want
what the
to?
question is. Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay.
I know.
Yeah, I think we extend.
So I think we should extend it. I just needed to know the beef of it, because we want to know
Okay.
how much is this affecting those. So we have a total of 24 households this year that it affects at a rate of $66,000, $2,700.50 per household.
We do.
That's fine.
That's the average. That's not what everybody gets.
No, it's just the average.
Right,
I-
so-
I don't know what everybody gets. I can only go on an average.
Okay, so the question is, do we have a motion to put this on the warrant with the support of the board?
So be it.
Second. So we.
Okay, motion made by Mr. O'Brien, second by Mr. Kersey. Roll call vote. Ken,
So be it.
David,
Yes.
unanimous of 3. That concludes the part of our meeting that is going to be in public session. The next item on the agenda is to go into executive session under Mass General Law, Chapter 30A, Section 21A, reason number 6, which basically involves things that under Chapter 59 of the Mass General Laws may not be done in an open meeting and may not be made public. So can one of you make a motion to go into executive session?
Mr. Chairman, I make the same motion you did to go into executive session for the reasons you just explained.
Second.
Okay, roll call vote. Mr. O'Brien,
Yes.
Chief Kersey,
Yes.
and Mr. Rudden makes it unanimous. Sherry, could you stop the recording, but keep me on Teams?
Oh, let's have some fun. Just hang up on it.